Hey there guys, Dragon Master here, and want to welcome you to Star Wars and Earth Legends Episode 9, The Bug War. So, just want to quickly say that the last episode, episode 10 of the Legends series, will be the events before Abeloth comes, like Abeloth, the whole crazy demon goddess as from Star Wars. One of the most dangerous Force users. Yeah, there's gonna be a entire so for both Abeloth, basically for the Abeloth, and then later on, like for when Darth Krayt comes, I'm gonna have two separate series for those. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to say for two future series. So without further ado, let's get into the video. We start off a few years, sometime after the end of the Yuuzhan Vong War. There has been much peace in the galaxy. Most of the galaxy is focused on rebuilding. The the Hutts have returned back to their home world, along with any other world they control, to try and rebuild their influence and the underworld of the galaxy, which had suffered a lot due to the Yuuzhan Vong War, with most, if not all of it, being destroyed. The Har's Congemacy has returned back to their own territory, but are keeping diplomatic relations with the Terrans and with the New Republic. New Republic is focused on building the new imperial, the new imperial, the new imperial empire is currently trying to expand its territory in the Outer Rim, trying to bring order to the Outer Rim. And as for the Terrans, they are currently dealing with their own problem. While they did not suffer as bad than others, the Republic suffered one of the worst. They are currently dealing with a problem of their own. It is due to their neighbors or allies, the Chiss. The Chiss have sort of been provoked into a small war with the Killiks of Alderaan. It seems that the Killiks had set up colonies of their own in the unknown regions in secret close to the Chiss territories. And now the Chiss have been trying to expand to rebuild and have come across these territories. Sadly for the Chiss, the Killiks were not that easy to get rid of, as the Chiss had planned to get rid of all of the Killiks in these territories and take them for their own. Sadly, the Killiks did not like this, and they called upon all Killiks across the galaxy to help fight the Chiss, which had turned into a small war that what the Terrans called the Bug War. The war started in 355, well, I guess 35 ABY, and it had been going on for the past more or less 6 months. These 6 months had been brutal as the Killiks had invaded Chiss territory after they had kicked them out. The Terrans had tried to be diplomatic and tried to keep peace between these two parties. Sadly for the Terrans, neither side was interested in talking. Right now, they were currently settling down. Terran High Command had a quick meeting and decided to figure out what they should do. They later got in contact with Luke Skywalker. Luke explained that he had a plan, but he needed the Terrans' help to do it. Luke explained that his father had taught him many things, but he had taught him the art of how to more or less break both of your opponents and make them quickly while I sort of destroy each other. The surprise returns and asked what he meant. He explained that they have plans to more or less create a proxy sort of incident on both planets. And then, this will force them both to resume their battle, But then the Terran fleets will come in and surround both parties, and then force them to the negotiation tables. To Luke, it is aggressive but also smart, and only a few lives will be lost. The Terrans agree to this, and they formulate their plan. On the Chiss homeworld, I don't know its name, the Terrans have snuck on using stealth vessels and immediately plant a small bomb near the Chiss embassies. Well, I guess near the Chiss's ruling houses, where the Chiss leaders meet. This bomb was designed only to more or less take out power in the city, and it worked perfectly. It would make it look like the Killiks had done this. The bomb went off and all power of the Chiss capital on the world was lost. This immediately forced the Chiss security forces to get involved, and the Terran's embassy troops that also helped them. They pretended and led them to where they found the bomb, and identified it as Killiks. The Chiss leaders, not happy about this, ordered the Chiss Ascendancy fleets to be mobilized immediately. On the same thing, that they had planted their own bomb on one of the Killik's more important worlds. It would create an explosion that would more or less rock the whole planet, which it did. This forced the Killiks to immediately mobilize their fleets, and they arrived on a small borderline ice planet bordering their world. It was a mix of ice and sort of rocky terrain. As the fleets prepared to engage, dozens of Terran vessel fleets arrived all across the system and surrounded both fleets. This, of course, forced the Killiks and Chiss to a back wall, and the Terran admiral in charge ordered that the Killiks and Chiss surrender. The Chiss and Killiks wanted to refuse, but realized they had no choice. So they surrendered. After hearing this, both the Killiks and Chiss were forced to negotiations tables, as Luke Skywalker had support from the New Republic to end this war and had brought a contingency of Jedi. Realizing they had no choice, both the Chiss and the Killiks would spend the next 6 months talking and negotiating peace. This would only be a 1-year war and would end at the start of 36 ABY. It would be known as the Bug War, a year-one long war. One of the shortest wars the Terrans have had so far. The Terran High Command, Luke fought, and the Jedi fought, that the galaxy was alright now that there were no more big wars going around, and many of the factions were now trying to rebuild. And they thought it would be a while before there was a new war. But sadly for them, the universe, or I guess galaxy, can be cruel, as currently, across the galaxy, Luke's nephew, Jason, was currently talking to a shadowy figure. This shadowy figure was telling Jason that they have set plans in motion that will tear down the piece of the New Republic and fracture it, and then the new Imperial Empire will be able to take over. Jason looks up at her with his glowing golden crimson eyes and agrees with her and says, "Yes, my master." And this is where we're gonna leave it off. So you're thinking, Anakin, Jason's little brother, the third sibling, isn't dead, so why would Jason turn to the dark side since Abeloth cannot influence, well, him and the other Padawans? Well, I guess everyone else who she influenced during the Yuuzhan War. Well, the reason is Abeloth still has the ability to more or less haunt Jason's dreams. It's just he's not fully turned to the dark side, and is not far too gone because Anakin is still alive. So also, you probably might know from like the legends of who the shadowy figure is talking to Jason. So yeah, just one more episode for the Legends series, episode 10, and then we will be finished with this series. Wow. So yeah, I guess without further ado, see ya.